Hey Capricorns, it is your turn for this road spread reading. So, basically, it's the core issue, your past feelings about it, your past actions, the universe's present advice, the advice for the present, either way, your present feelings, where the situation is headed, and then the advice for the future. So, we're going to get into this, but first I'd like to say that this can apply to Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Mercury, or Mars. I just think that other readers tend to pick up on my other placements. So, like, some pick up on my Mars, some maybe my Sun or Moon, some maybe my Rising. So, since this is general reading, see what applies to you. Also, with that said, since it's general, some of this may apply, none of it may apply, all of it may apply. Don't force anything, okay? And last thing before we start getting reading, so the sign that gets the most like on this set of videos that I'm doing here will get an extra reading just for your sign. I haven't exactly planned out that reading yet, but I'm thinking I'll do some extra details or just go into what do you need to know or something along those lines. Anyway, so let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to shuffle and get some cards out. I feel like you're walking away from an agreement, or someone's walking away from an agreement with you, maybe breaking an agreement in some form or fashion, and you're trying to figure out how you feel about it. Like, is it okay that the agreement wasn't permanent, that it was temporary? Was this a contract? Was it something that you had more expectations for and they just failed? What was it? Because we have the Two of Cups, we have the Moon, we have the Six of Swords. I just feel kind of disappointed in the situation more than anything else. It's like, okay, I thought we had an agreement, but I guess not. Okay, like I thought we were like here, but apparently not. Okay, okay, like fine. Okay, I don't need you anyway. Kind of vibes off of this. Could have been dealing with a Pisces with this Moon card, but let's go ahead and get into your past feelings about this. I think you're more upset about this agreement being broken than like you're leaning on about. Like you're trying to figure it out, but thing is, you were really excited and you saw this prospering. You saw this being like a long-term type of thing. You had a lot of excitement for this situation in the past. So let's get into your past action. Again, there's a lot of trust the process, put in the work that the slow, steady, boring ass work that ends up building this long lasting relationship or possibly wealth, whatever this is. Maybe you put in a lot of work for a company and it ended up not working out so great. You're sore about something because you really saw potential in it. You could have been dealing with a cancer. Doesn't have to be, but you really saw the potential in it and you were like, yes, I like where this is going. I'm going to put in the work in. I'm putting in a lot of effort. So that's where it was. You saw the picture, so you put the work in. So let's get the advice for the present. Okay, so you got the Four of Pentacles, you got the Five of Pentacles, and you got the Six of Pentacles. You also got the Strength card. Leo could be involved, doesn't have to be, but there's just this whole like you're really stuck on this idea, or there's just this need to release this idea that you've been really holding on to, maybe this betrayal type of thing, because it's really hurting you, basically. Like, you can change your environment, and it's like, do you want to be stuck on this? Do you want to be stuck? Is this where you want to be stuck at? And then I kind of feel like this is a different picture because I don't know how this message relates to this one. Maybe once I start talking, I'll see it, but it's just kind of like you're really stuck in this. But then these two kind of tell me, like, I'm thinking about the 6 and 5, and it's just like, okay, you've been out in the cold, and maybe you've had more to give. Maybe this 4 is talking about selfish energy. Okay, yeah, okay. So I think this 4, there's a selfish energy clinging to what they have. Be it like not wanting to give more into a relationship, be it emotional support, be it financial support, be it whatever your resources are that you just don't want to be charitable. You don't want to be giving. You're like, no, I work for my stuff. This is mine. You can work for your own shit type of attitude. And then this balance between the 5 and 6 of coins just talks about, okay, not being so stubborn to accept help whenever you're on the side that needs help, but also helping whenever you can. So it's kind of talking about coming out of this selfish energy, basically, having the strength to like being more generous, having the strength to change your ways, basically. And I'm assuming this is for you since it's in the advice position on a rating for you. But if it's not for you, it could just be talking about recognizing when someone's too selfish to like give even or even appreciate when you're giving if they're the ones out in the cold and they're just like, oh, you're giving out mine, and they're just not appreciating it at all. They're like, yeah, give to me. They're really selfish if you're dealing with that. And just know that, if that's the perception, you don't have to deal with it. You don't have Capricorn. It just made me think Capricorn has this daddy vibe. Like, you don't have to be daddy, okay? You don't have to be daddy and take care of them, okay? Like, especially if they're selfish and unappreciative of that and just like taking you for a ride. I don't know why that's all coming out, but this is a general reading, so who knows what side you're on. You could be the side that needs to be a little more generous or appreciate the handout. Not the handout, that's a bad way to put it, but appreciate the generosity, appreciate the help, like the hand up, maybe. I don't know. Or you could be the one that needs to recognize when someone has that really selfish behavior that it's just, if you want to give to them out of the goodness of your own heart, but if it affects you, realize you don't have to keep giving to them if they're too selfish. There's something about it being selfish, like a recognition of needing to be less selfish or not put up with selfishness. So anyway, let's go into your present feelings and ideas. So your present feelings is kind of like you want to love, you want to be able to express your love for somebody, you want to be able to help support somebody, but you're also like, you better be direct with me, honest with me, and I'm not putting up with this shit no more. And then there's also this like, you want to start over new, and you want to experience like new adventures and new passions, and you just want to enjoy again, but you still got a mess to clean up. Like, you still got a mess to clean up. You're like, can I just abandon the mess? Let's just burn the house down. Like, can I just do that? Could have been dealing with a water sign, Gemini or Aquarius. Doesn't have to be, but just pointing it out, or you could have it in your chart. But that's kind of like how you're feeling. Just like, can I just burn the house down? Like, where this mess is. Like, it's easier just to burn it down and forget it ever happened than to, like, can we just move on? Like, you don't even want to process your feelings. It's just like, can we just burn the place down, move to a new place, and just move on? Like, completely remove myself from the situation. Like, I don't even want to experience it anymore, like, at all, basically. So let's go ahead and get into where the situation is heading. I feel like you could be heading towards a more open-minded situation where you could be in a situation where someone's more sympathetic and openly expressing how they feel, and be it good or bad, they're honest with how they feel, with their truth. But the thing is, you're going to have the courage to see it for what it is, basically. Now, be it good or bad, it's like you've blindfolded yourself with anxiety and you're just believing it's going to be bad again. Like, you have to have the courage to take this blindfold off and just see the reality for what it is, and not biased and based in what happened and what hurt you. Like, you have to see what it is, because this could actually be something really great. But I feel like whatever it is, it's going to be honest and out there with how they feel. You just need to listen to it and be aware of what's happening. So we're going to go ahead and get into the advice for the future. I kind of felt like that was a little bit of advice, but I'm going to draw for that slot specifically. So we have the Temperance card. We have the Three of Hearts, Three of Swords. I don't know why I said hearts. Seven of Coins, and the Queen of Swords. So Sagittarius and Libra energy, but this is advice, so whatever. So basically, take your time healing. Take your time figuring out what you want. It's okay to just take this time in between and figure out and plan where you want to go, what you want in the next relationship, job, however this relates, what your expectations are, what your boundaries are, to seek that clarity for yourself and take that time to let this pain alleviate rather than like burning the whole damn house down. Like, take the time and figure out your goals and heal and balance yourself out again, ground yourself again, and be at peace with where you are. Is basically what I'm getting here. So hopefully you guys enjoyed that. Thank you guys for watching and have a great night.